This is going to be a reading for Collectivo, the collective, for 2025, June 2025. Happy birthday, Cancer. Happy birthday and stuff. Let me know what you're doing for your birthday. Okay, what do I want to use? I'm going to use these, my favorite. And I'm about to put them up after this week anyway, so let's just wear them out. That smells so good. What do we have for the collective for the end of June 2025? Cancer season. I think it's going to be very emotional because Jupiter and all the exaltation and all the things that have been going on, and the fact that Pisces was so freaking emotional. I think it's going to be a continuation, maybe even on a larger scale, maybe even people being more aggressive in their emotions because Cancer is cardinal. And you know, Saturn is in Aries. That's war right there. I mean, it's war. It's the old man. And I think Mars is exalted in Capricorn too, actually. So, sure is. I love all the masculine energy though, but I do think that I think it's going to be very aggressively emotional, you know, whereas Pisces is more mutable and like go with the flow. They're kind of secretive. Cancer is more aggressive. Soulmate at the root. I do think a lot of that is going to be awakening because of Jupiter in Cancer too. Purge. That's like what I was saying in that post I just made, my last post about the great shaking. That is like the purge. It's the earth shaking up all of the, like, you know, the toxins in the body, and then the earth is going to start sweating it out. That's why I kept talking about the water. Oh, and it's crazy because the vision that I saw with the earthquake, it was like I was in Atlanta, but it didn't look like Atlanta at all. But I know I was in Atlanta. Like, I don't know, I knew I was in Atlanta. But it was just like shaking so much that there was mountains popping up in certain places. I don't know, y'all. Soulmate, though. It's giving me what I said, though, because look, there's this fire. I mean, it's the sun, but it's this, like, fire. It looks like fire and water, you know, like, I think it's like a big shakeup. Something about fire and water, or like earthquakes. Again, the earth is fire. It's, you know, the molten lava inside. The ground is basically like the sand is just like burnt glass, you know? It's like you can make glass with sand. it's basically just like fire. I don't know how it does it. Don't ask me. But it crystallizes, you know, all this stuff crystallizes. That's why these crystals are so powerful. Because their energy crystallized. And it can live there. You know, it's like saving, reserving a space for a spirit. Free will. Okay. So this is somebody that you're supposed to meet up in this life, meet up with in this life. Envious. People are going to be very jealous of this, or people have been very jealous of this. And envy is when you act on your jealousy. We all get a little jealous, like, oh, okay, bitch, you know, everybody does that. But envy is when you start trying to stop people or lie on people or hurt people or, you know, stuff like that. Stop them from being who they are, or trying to put your 2 cents in about somebody else. You know, to the point where it alters something. That's what envy is. And that's witchcraft. It's the spirit of the witch. That's what witchcraft is, you guys. It's going against the natural law, the natural way, by association, by covens, by groups of people, using groups of people to bully or lie or go against somebody, to alter things with the popular vote. But the popular vote is based on lies, jealousy, and envy. And usually when people are envious of a person, it's because they're doing something right. They're good at something. You know, so which is like you being punished for being good at something. Well, we're all good at something, but people are too busy watching you to cultivate their own gifts. Forgiveness. See, in order to forgive somebody, they have to have done something to you, you know? And it's like now, there's been all of these acts based on envy. And, you know, now somebody needs forgiveness. And the forgiveness is always put on somebody else, like, oh, you need to forgive. Oh, well, no, they needed to not do the shit that I need to forgive them for in the first place. Forgiveness is not something you can just do. It takes time. You wake up one day and it doesn't bother you anymore. It's not even something you could say, I forgive somebody something, and keep thinking about it all the time. It keeps nagging you all the time. You know, every time you see them, you're pushing it away, but, you know, you're like, we already talked about this. It happens in relationships and marriages all the time. You know, you do something and it just is constantly on somebody's mind. It's because if we had the power to forgive right away, you know, then a lot of people, I'm sure they would, just to not feel the pain anymore of what was done to you. But it takes time, especially if people have been doing shit a long time and really affecting your life in a negative way. Every time you think about it, you're pissed. And it takes time. And, you know, it's always some narcissistic, bitch-ass coward, you know, that's trying to talk about forgiveness. But they don't forgive nothing. They don't let nothing go. Somebody started something and now they need forgiveness. Guarded. And you're guarded. That's the last one I'm going to pull. I wasn't really supposed to keep pulling. But I was distant. Somebody might be at a distance from you. You know, watching you, being jealous. Maybe they got you thinking that you did something wrong and you need forgiveness. But no, you need to be guarded. It's somebody attacking you from a distance. Somebody that's envious of a soulmate that you have. Maybe you have, this is giving me the Aquarius reading. Like maybe you're supposed to be with somebody that's very powerful. Forgiveness, though. with the distance and the soulmate. And maybe somebody created distance between you and a soulmate, and that's what they need forgiveness for. It's been coming out in a lot of readings that people have been trying to keep people apart. I haven't really been saying that because I don't feel like that. I feel like I feel like things go how they're supposed to go. And a lot of times spirit is testing people. See what you're gonna do. You think nobody's looking. Think you're not being watched. Especially reading tarot. How you think you're not being watched? You calling on the spirits all the time. You being watched. And the kind of spirits that you are behind closed doors, the shit that you think you're doing secretly, that's the kind of spirits that you got attracted to you. You got them all around your house. Especially if you've been doing something to somebody and they didn't let it go, they guard it now. Something is going back to somebody. That's why they want forgiveness. When you can let it go, that's when they'll get it. People want forgiveness, but then they want to, at the same time, they want to keep, poking the bear and then talking about you should be given forgiveness. Get the hell out of here. That's a narcissist. And envious is like crazy. It's like makes you mentally ill. Again, it makes you, instead of exalting a person for what they do well, it makes you demote them. So now you got a whole bunch of fakes in the position or the place of the person that you're envious of. And it's a domino effect. You can't, it's a foundation that's going to crumble. It's giving me Tower. That's how Tower moments come. From shit like this, envy. All these skulls too. The High Priestess in the rebirth. Something is coming out. Yeah, you're guarded. So somebody is like worried because they can't tap into your energy anymore. Ugh. What's envious? Strength. That's what they're envious of, your strength. And strength is also, again, beauty. I always say that it's very connected to the Justice card, which is Libra, beauty. And balance is beauty. It's ma'at. So somebody is jealous of your strength. And that's too bad for them, shit. Because the whatever they sent you and you were strong enough to get, they're going to have to be strong too. So they ain't going to have to be jealous. They're going to learn their own strength to get through what they getting back from whatever they did to you that they need forgiveness for. Your strength. Could be a Virgo or a Leo involved. Also, I mentioned Libra. King of Swords and King of Wands in the reverse. It might be all three of them too. But this King of Wands is someone you can't depend on. He's giving his room to everybody and he's putting spell work on you to keep you, waiting. Maybe that's who needs forgiveness. Again, could be a Virgo, a Leo, or a Libra. Somebody that's very jealous. Could be a Libra. But with the Wands is usually Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. Aries could be very jealous too if they're in reverse. So can Leo. Shit, Sagittarius too, but I think that shit'll drive us too crazy if we Saggy has a way of just walking away from stuff that makes us we'll walk away from it for a while. It's not that we're letting it go, it's just that we'll look distant. It's just that we gotta stay temperate. We're like a Libra. Libra could be crazy as hell if they're not balanced. Them things can get off. Saggy too. We'll get sick if we're imbalanced. Temperance. Two of Cups and at the bottom of the deck. This is my soulmate card. So it is something about this King of Wands in the reverse. He, you know, free will came out. Somebody chose something other than what they were supposed to choose. Well, honestly, I don't even like to say that because we have free will. Somebody didn't choose their soulmate. And that's on them. They have the right not to do that. I don't even know why this is here. Maybe somebody is regretful that they didn't choose someone that was strong. Maybe they were envious of you and your strength. This is giving me like, what's that thing called that they used to put women in the asylums when they were like vocal, you know? They would lock them away. That's what I always talk about, the High Priestess being a hoe, being a shady ass hoe. And it's not about selling your ass. Sell your ass, that's your ass. Sell your ass until you blue in the face. You know, but when you going a whoring and a hoe is somebody that get together with people and again try to block people off like this envious card. Witchcraft. That's what that is. It's going against the commandments. It's going against the ideals of Ma'at, which the 10 commandments come from. And one of those commandments is thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. You don't lie on people and try to enforce your narrative on somebody else's life. That's witchcraft, black magic. That's what that is. And it'll turn the whole world in reverse. And it has. And that's why it's got to flip back over. So again, that gray shaking energy is here. This is giving me like somebody is like right in the nick of time. Look, it's like Armageddon in the background of somebody finally, I don't know, and then maybe it'll draw back or something. I don't know. I mean, that's what it looks like. Maybe we're dealing with a water sign and a fire sign. Yeah, somebody was supposed to, well, I don't want to say supposed to. Do what you want to do, and you should be free to do that, and nobody should hold that against you. But it's something about that bearing false witness, a bunch of people lying because they're envious against somebody that's strong, that's solid. To where, again, it turns somebody in reverse. All this shit is in reverse now because somebody lied, and it's going to be consequences because somebody wants forgiveness. Somebody is guarding themselves here. Look, guarded. This is the 9 of Wands, Sagittarius energy. Somebody wants forgiveness for like really attacking you. This is like somebody that's been fighting a long time against a lot of other people, being bullied and picked on. Again, associations coming against one person, bullying one person, you know, trying to make one person look bad, trying to block them, trying to, you know, lie on their character. Magician in reverse. Witchcraft. Somebody is guarded against this magician in reverse. Because that's what we're all going through. That's why it keeps coming out. Because it's coming to an end. It's being cycled out. And it takes time to cycle out. But somebody is strong. We might have we got a lot of Virgo here. Something else going on with Mercury too. Is Mercury? I think that's what it is. It's squaring. Oh, I don't know. Uranus or something. It's got the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, Uranus is doing something right now. I don't know exactly where it's at. It's Mercury is doing something too, where it's a lot of information coming out, a lot of secrets coming out and stuff like that. It's going to be some shocking things happening. This is going back. Somebody is guarded, so it's a lot of spell work going back too. Again, it's going to cycle out. Somebody's getting a blessing of new health, maybe new finances, a new opportunity. Yeah, because something else didn't come in. And this caused a new start to not happen. Somebody infringed on somebody's new beginning, new start, new path. Look, someone had to go on that path, this fool's journey, as if they were moving on to calmer waters. So they might have not been able to, they might have had so much on their mind that they weren't able to really fully go into this energy because of somebody messing with somebody's money and possibly health. Yeah, a Chariot in the reverse, a High Priestess, some hoe. With the Queen of Wands in the reverse. These people could be married. Again, this could be association. That could be a marriage. Yeah, because somebody was trying to get wish fulfillment, but they're greedy. And they're being caught sabotaging and lying on somebody. They can't juggle this because somebody isn't strong. Somebody is not strong. Otherwise, you wouldn't have had to do all this. I feel like this is a masculine. And some hoes. Look, Ace of Wands in the reverse. Somebody might get sick. Yeah, I think somebody gonna be sick. And somebody is not going to be able to manifest off of you anymore because you're guarded and you're strong. The Nine of Wands is the Minor Arcana to the Strength card. It represents strength, fortitude too. Somebody is solid and strong, you know, seriously. And it's not this King of Wands in the reverse. He ain't solid or strong. He's this Magician in reverse. It's a shame. People are really sad. Really sad. What's the Strength card? Clarifying ending. The World in reverse. Again, this has caused something to totally go in reverse. Something isn't ending though. It's not over. Not until the fat lady sings. That's what I'm hearing. It ain't over till the fat lady sings. Shit. The World card too could be something worldwide. It's giving me, look, it's got the, it's crazy. It's got, Saturn sitting on top of it. It's got, I can't read. Saturn sitting on top of it, of the World. Giving me Saturn and Mars. Saturn and Aries. The Knight of Coins in the reverse again. That's what's underneath here. Yeah, something is not ending because something didn't come in or something didn't transpire and it was supposed to. Or, yeah, something happened. It's more than just these soulmates not getting together. Because that's not something that turns the world in reverse. It's more than that. Knight of Cups. Somebody's coming in with a message or might be coming in to apologize. Yeah, they want forgiveness. The Eight of Wands. Yeah, they're coming in fast. Probably because this spell work is going back because you're guarded. Something's going back. Somebody done messed up. They done messed up the money. They done turned the whole world in reverse. That's why you don't mess with people. You don't know what they have to do. 5 of Cups. You don't know what people are here to do. This is melancholy. This is a lot of misery. Somebody's about to go into a time of a lot of guilt and regret and misery. Because of this envy, it's funny, there's the skulls here. Somebody was too strong for this. This is going back. It's coming in fast too. Somebody is coming in with a message of love, but I think that it doesn't mean anything. They shouldn't even try it. Keep it. Because it's like something, it's a lot going on and a lot had to happen. The world had to be in reverse. You know what I'm saying? Now somebody is feeling something, so they're coming in like, nah, stay your ass over there and suffer your consequences like an adult. You were doing adult things, trying to, mess with the way that the world turns and shit. Then you need to, if you're doing big stuff like that, then you need to be ready for the consequences. For sure. For sure. 2 of Wands. If somebody is trying to have dominion or control over somebody, because they got a 10 of Pentacles. That's what this is. So, okay, so soulmates do come together to do something special and to create a legacy a lot of times. And a lot of people are involved, usually. What I see here is that somebody tried to reverse this energy and have dominion over it and not pick their soulmate. So they try to kick their soulmate out of this legacy. They try to kick the soulmate out of the legacy and take it for themselves. And this is a King of Wands. So again, a bunch of hoes helped him. A bunch of people, associations helped him. And he's nasty with his wand. The tip is burning. He might be burning. But somebody was trying to have dominion, control, trying to enforce their will on somebody else's life. That was a blessing to this person that they were supposed to have a legacy, an abundant legacy with. Instead, they decided to give it to a bunch of hoes and trap or make this soulmate of theirs who didn't do nothing wrong to them, who's a soulmate. They obviously can't be a bad person if spirit picked them to be a soulmate. But this King of Wands decided to go another way, and then he wanted to punish the soulmate or push the soulmate out, which is real nasty. And these broads don't care. They with it because they're jealous and envious anyway. The Fool. Somebody was foolish, and they don't have a new beginning coming. They can't start over. They don't have any favor with spirit. The Fool in the upright and a Page of Swords. Maybe somebody can speak something. Maybe if someone is truthful about something, they could save their ass. Maybe that's why this person is coming in trying to apologize. The Ace of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, somebody's sick. They're like, that's what this Fool in reverse is. Somebody took a legacy, tried to have dominion over somebody that was too strong, and now they don't have no favor with the spirits. They're sick. They want a new beginning. Somebody has to come in if they want this new beginning and speak some truth. They need to investigate some shit to make sure the truth is what it is. Somebody's going to have to really look into some things. I don't think they're going to be able to. With this Ace of Wands in the reverse. I don't think they're about to have the strength to be able to do it. I don't think that they're going to be granted the strength to be able to do it. This is giving me, I've been getting this all week, the hardening of Pharaoh's heart. It's like this saying in the Bible, God loves those that he corrects. But he hardened Pharaoh's heart. So that like is supposed to show you that he didn't love Pharaoh. He hardened his heart. He made him come mean and hard and strong so that he could bury him in the end. And that's what happened. The fact that anybody would want to get away with such cruelty says a lot about who this person is. Nasty. Forgiveness and the Nine of Wands. What is this? It's too many. Forgiveness and the Nine of Wands. Seven of Wands in the reverse. Somebody has been, again, fighting against the Minor Arcana to the Strength card, fighting them. And in a way where I don't know who this is, somebody's a coward. And they can't fight somebody fair with the Seven of Wands in the reverse. They can't. Someone is beneath someone and they know it. And they don't want to come with no real fighting at all. They definitely don't, or they wouldn't have been attacking you spiritually. If they wanted to fight for real, they would have came up and squared off. But they didn't want to fight like that. They wanted to fight like this, and they still lost. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Also, Aries here. Aries here and Aquarius. Anybody else? Yeah, this is somebody, again, hoes, people that do anything for money. They don't care who they hurt. They don't care about if they lying, who they got to pretend to be. Some schemer, some scammer, some, you know, fraud, the devil. You know, somebody that's evil, like I was saying. Somebody that is this cruel, you know. The devil, of course. You've been fighting against the devil. Somebody been straight up like they the devil on you. The Four of Swords. Somebody's going to have to really, they're not going to have the strength you have. Somebody is not as strong as you are. The Strength card beats the Devil card because it's strong. I was mentioning the Temperance card earlier too. I don't know why. I don't remember why. The Lovers. This is karmic. Somebody has turned a soulmate into a twin flame karmic energy. And this is funny because the devil has these horns like a Wendigo, which is a vampire. A Wendigo is just a vampire. So it's like, yeah, somebody took on the dark side, basically. And they turned this energy into a twin flame energy. They started trying to steal your destiny, steal your flame. It's usually your red one because that's where the passion, the stability, passion, strength, that's what they were trying to steal from you, your strength. They're envious of your strength. Your strength is the root. It's the root chakra. I mean, it's a lot of chakras, but it's the red flame. The root is connected to the heart and the soul, the sacral. So, and the solar. All the big chakras, really. All the big chakras that have to do with the body and the, you know, the other chakras have to do more so with the mind and spirit, where the other chakras have to do with the body and the stability of things, the manifestation. Look, this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. The That's what they were attacking. This is a karmic too, with the Lovers in reverse. This is somebody that been in your energy before. What's this? Page of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, I don't think that somebody's going to have the strength to come in and apologize, or there just was no innocence here. Somebody wants forgiveness. They want to come in all, you know, there was no innocence, and this was maliciously done, strategically planned out to destroy you. Period. That's what they wanted to do. That's what they got to do when they want to take from you like that and give to other people. And it didn't work. And now it's coming back to them. These wendigos and these vampires and stuff, they're going to have to deal with that now. So, and they're not strong enough because they're guilty. You weren't guilty. You were being envied and picked on. These people are guilty. So they're not going to be strong enough to face this. What is this Magician in the reverse? Page of Pentacles. A student or somebody that's studying you. Or a tarot reader. Somebody trying to read for you. This could be the whole damn tarot community with that fake coven. Like, what the hell? Oh my God. The Two of Cups in the reverse, yeah. That's the soulmate. Maybe somebody's paying for something to be done, or paying this magician. Somebody doesn't even, or maybe somebody is dating this magician with the Two of Cups in the reverse. Somebody's doing something. Could be sex magic involved in this. Oh, this is too many. Too many. Sorry. Again, this could just be this soulmate energy, that the Devil in reverse. Yeah, you dropped this fool. Something that you were doing too that was keeping you up. Maybe you weren't guarding yourself. Maybe you didn't know you had to. Maybe you didn't know nothing about this black magic stuff. It just recently got very heavy when they started letting all of the, opening the borders, because all of those cultures believe in this kind of stuff. So that's why it's really going to come to a head to it's too much. And this is not the land for that kind of magic. There's a being in this land that does things a certain way, and it doesn't agree with that. So, world in reverse kind of energy. So we got this Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. This is somebody working on something that's not working. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Something that's not coming in. Because somebody dropped some kind of toxic behavior, or again, not guarding yourself. Maybe you didn't realize you had to guard yourself against this. Yeah, Five of Wands, somebody has to fight you fair, and they can't. Otherwise, they wouldn't have attacked you like this. Like I said, if they wanted to get down, they would have got down. They wouldn't have did this. You brought your soul into it, unless they just thought that little of you that, you know, you couldn't possibly keep your soul, you know. But these people are losing theirs, though, for messing with you and for being envious in the first place. And that's the thing about envy. Envy, it makes you crazy, so you don't realize that you're the one that's doing the wrong. You really think that somebody is messing with you for doing what they do. They probably don't even know you. Don't even know you. How are they messing with you? You are weak-minded, and hide, and you hide and do things. And then when you get exposed, it's like that's not even enough to make you stop and realize, oh shit, you can't. because that's spirit hardening the heart. So don't feel sorry for these people. You know, make sure, you know, they need correction. And that's all that is. You don't have to be wanting things to happen. You forgive because it's best for you, or you work on that. But you work on it in your time, and you ain't going out of your way to forgive anybody. When it comes up, then you go over it until one day it won't come up again. And that's when you know you've forgiven something. But sitting there trying to forgive like that, that's not how it works. You got to work on some things. Especially with black magic and all this extras attacking you, you know, for a long time. Fuck that. Don't let people make you feel like, oh, you're sensitive and you need to get over something. You'll get over it when you get over it. And that's spirit. Sometimes spirit don't want you to get over it right now. Spirit wants to get in somebody's ass. How about that? You got to be honest with yourself. That's called self-love. That's called putting yourself first. That's called even acknowledging yourself. So many times we're so worried about, you know, catering to other people and what they think that we don't even acknowledge ourselves and how we feel. And that's over with. And that's what I have, collective. I hope that you enjoyed your reading, and I will see you next time. Peace.